Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be going over the best ways to make money this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. Rockstar have given us a pretty good week to start off the holiday events, and the holiday events themselves are also going to be paying us a pretty good amount of money, some of them at least. Before we get into the video, consider dropping a like and subscribing if you guys are new. I do this every single week. Let's go. So starting off with the holiday events, these are actually going to pay you a pretty good amount of money, or at least some of them will. First of all, we have the Yeti hunt. This will take about 10 minutes to complete. You're going to have to visit 5 different locations and look for clues. Once it's complete, the Yeti is going to spawn and you're going to have to defeat him. For doing this, you'll receive the Yeti outfit and $100,000. I'm filming this a couple hours later after I actually did the initial recording for this, but something to note is that if you've done the Yeti hunt before and you already have the Yeti outfit, you will not get this event anymore. So forget about it. If you've already got the Yeti outfit, don't even bother with it because it's not going to show up. Now there's also the Gooch, who for defeating you will get $25,000 and you'll get his outfit. And then of course there's also the Snowman outfit that you can go and unlock, and in the process you'll get $125,000 for taking out all 25 snowmen around the map. So that's $250,000 up for grabs just off of getting those special outfits. So that's pretty cool this week. Next up, we have a bonus going from this week until January 7th, and this is going to be on the Cluck and Bell farm raid. Now it's going to be paying the regular $500,000 to the leader or the person who starts the missions, plus an additional $500,000 for the leader or the person who starts the missions as well. So on your first run through this, starting today, you're going to get paid $1 million for completion if you do it by yourself, for example, or if you're doing it with some friends but you started the mission. However, there's a separate bonus as well, meaning that you can get both. You can get both of these bonuses. They are available for everybody. Now this bonus is for associates on the Cluck and Bell farm raid alongside the leader. They are also going to be getting a $500,000 bonus for completing the Cluck and Bell farm raid. So if you have a group of friends that you play with, you should all be running this at least twice so that everybody can get the associate bonus. Plus, everyone should also be running it as the leader so that everybody gets the leader bonus. So an extra $1 million for 2 hours worth of work isn't too bad. And of course, this is on top of what the Cluck and Bell farm raid automatically pays, which is $500K for the leader, and I think it's about $50,000 for an associate. So this is gonna be a really good way to make money this week, and you guys definitely should be taking advantage of this. Additionally, this week we also have double money on weed. This includes the weed farm itself and the weed in the nightclub basement as well. Both of these are going to be on double money. Now, weed double money is already a good bonus. However, if you own Smoke on the Water, don't forget that the weed farm's product value is going to shoot up by 35%. And now if you own a mansion, pairing this with the 3 times business production boost means that weed will be making a lot of money this week. Now, let's talk about some specifics with this, specifically talking about weed without the 35% bonus. Say you don't own Smoke on the Water, weed's going to be worth $552,864. But with Smoke on the Water owned, the weed farm product will be worth $850,560, so pretty good. Now, factoring in the 2 $75,000 resupplies, this is a profit of $700,000, and the weed farm produces that much product in 6 hours flat. However, with the new mansion bonus, with the production boost applied, that is going to go down to 2 hours, and that means that the weed farm is going to be making $350,000 an hour in profit as long as it's boosted. So that's going to be a pretty damn good way to make money. Now, if you don't have the mansion, you don't have the speed boost, it's going to be making about $116,760 worth of product per hour. Still not bad, just not as good as if you have the mansion bonus applied, obviously. So it's very important that if you have a mansion that you're taking full advantage of this bonus this week. If you want to know the second best business to boost production with, since you won't be able to do the weed farm back to back because you have to do that thing where you skip it. The Coke lockup is going to be the second most profitable business, and it makes $315,000 per hour. And following that is Counterfeit Cash, making $268,180 an hour, in case you were curious. So I would be running the weed farm and the Coke lockup back to back for the rest of this week. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that if you have the mansion and you have the new security detail upgrade from the mansion, it will now completely eliminate raids on your MC businesses as long as you have a security upgrade on those MC businesses in the first place. Now, if you don't have one, weed farms and all the upgrades for them are 40% off this week. So if you don't have a weed farm, you should buy one this week for sure. And you should also make sure to get that security upgrade in addition to having the mansion security upgrade, because then it's never going to get raided ever again, which is a very, very nice thing. Now, the good thing with the weed farm as well that I wanted to mention is that it seems like lately almost all of the sale vehicles that I ever get when I sell weed are the single pounder. So it can be sold relatively effectively, seemingly. Now, in saying that, I am by no means guaranteeing that you are going to get the single vehicle every single time. However, now that delivery vans have been disabled, that means that we only have the pounder, trash trucks, seaplanes, helicopters, or bagger motorcycles as options for your sale mission vehicle. Now, for those of you that play solo, all of these missions are able to be completed. That's not saying that it's not going to take you some time. It's definitely not going to be ideal if you're selling by yourself. But regardless of this, you're going to be making a killing this week with this business, especially if you have the mansion boost. So I think it's going to be worth it to run it. And even if you have to do it solo, it's not really the end of the world. You're going to be making so much money. Now with the nightclub, the organic produce in the basement is worth $162,000 normally. So this week it's going to be worth $324,000. Now it's going to take you 20 minutes to produce each crate of that if you have the equipment upgrade on your nightclub basement. Now if you don't have your equipment upgrade on your nightclub basement, that's going to be one crate every 40 minutes. So it's going to take a total of 26 hours to fill this up. So not exactly the best thing to be relying on to make you money this week, but it will make you a little bit of extra money if you want to sell it. So you should still be aware of it at the very least. So definitely make sure to take advantage of the weed farm bonus this week. Between this and the Cluck and Bell bonuses, we're in pretty good hands, but there's also some other decent ways to make money this week that we're going to talk about quickly. Now the next option is something more so geared towards newer players, but veteran players can also do this, of course. We have double money on the adversary mode called Overtime Rumble, which basically consists of car darts mixed with curling. Playing this one with friends or randoms is an absolute blast. Definitely one of my favorite adversary modes. And the payouts for this scale with how many players are going to be in the lobby and how long the games last. Now, for the winning team, you can make roughly $100,000, maybe a little bit less or more for playing this, and it'll typically take between 5 and 15 minutes for a game of this. So not bad for earning money this week, I would say. Now, other than all these bonus money options, just run your regular businesses or do heists as you typically would. GTA Plus players, remember to send out your CEO Cargo warehouse technicians as often as possible through your phone, since that's now a thing that you guys can do. Take full advantage of that, and for everyone who's not GTA Plus like me, go to your CEO Cargo warehouses as often as possible and send out your warehouse technicians and get them filling up those warehouses. CEO Cargo is way overdue to go on double money, so it might happen soon. It probably will. But honestly, if you're sitting on full warehouses, you might want to consider selling them and beginning to fill them again sooner than later, because I think you're going to make more money that way, honestly. Now, another option for newer players is to do the Avi Schwartzman missions that came out with the Mansion DLC. These are going to be a great way to earn about $650,000 for doing them on hard mode, and this can take as little as 45 minutes if you implement some of the tips and tricks that you'll find on YouTube for completing them quickly. I'll link a video from TGG on how you can do them in the description of this video, so go and check that out. And that's going to do it for the best ways to make money this week, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. I do these every single week now, so if you want more, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video if this one helped you out. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, take care. Peace.